All hands on decks. Now, this is an unconfirmed report, but we know there's fires in there. We watch, and Kevin Blanch's post-ignorance army is that powerful, you know. So we got parties inside the area to Vienna, to Kevin Blanch. So there's unconfirmed reports that a spent fuel pool was hit. A building. There's reports of fire, so I'm ahead of this. I'm all over this. So I've got the wind charts up, and I've been documenting them right here, right now. So the wind right now is southeasterly, right there. Southeasterly winds are blowing there at about 13 miles an hour. So southeasterly, so they're going to be blowing back over Russia right now. All hands on deck. Now the fighting's on inside there. We could see rockets going in there. There's report. It's a huge facility. It's a giant facility who has a horrible track record, really a horrible track record with spent fuel. You know, I fought with IEA in Vienna about this very thing. And the irony of this is Fox News, CNN are reporting this now. These are the people that covered up Fukushima. Remember Anderson, Vanderbilt, Cooper, and Sanjay Gupta were at Fukushima, Japan. Meltdowns, and they came home and never said a word when the winds shift. This is important. This is the university that built these reactors. Now, it's right downriver from Chernobyl. I misspoke. It's not an RBG. You know, it's a WWM 1000. But anyway, it's what's got me concerned. You know, there's 6 cores there. But the thing that's really got me concerned is the spent fuel. They have a horrible track record, and we know they have probably the biggest amount of spent fuel in the world. MOX fuel? Well, we don't know. We don't know because they won't tell us. It's been hush-hush for decades. You know, Chernobyl should have been the end, right? What about Fukushima? Bowling for Ukraine. I mean, unbelievable. So I've been tracking the wind patterns. So you people in Vienna, in Poland, right, the wind's blowing the other direction right now. Now, is there a spent fuel pool on fire? I don't know. But there's reports all over that there has been one hit. Now, I don't know. Now, listen to me. All it takes is one spent fuel pool to lose water. What happens then? We call them Zerk fires. The cores melt together and you can't get them out. That's exactly what happened to Fukushima. You know, the cores blew up there too. I don't think there's any core, you know, been breached at this point. I really hardly don't think so. But, you know, as I posted for the last several days, Sugar Wars, Molasses Wars, Textile Wars, Plutonium Wars, hashtag nuclear shit happens in times of war. That's why another reason nuclear energy shouldn't react. And the cover-up of Fukushima, CNN, Fox News, mainstream, every politician, every academia professor, talk about blood on your fucking hands. And what you did to Kevin Blanch, if my work would have been put out there, this would have never happened because they wouldn't exist. You know, the cover-up of Fukushima, you know, this is right down from Chernobyl. Chernobyl should have been there, especially there. Fukushima should have been. So here we go, the big Z. Isn't it an irony that all Putin's tanks and vehicles have the big Z on them? We used to call this the big Z. That's what we call this in Vienna. In Vienna, we call this the big Z. It is the biggest nuclear reactor in all of Europe. And now we don't know exactly for sure, but most likely has the biggest amount of spent fuel on Earth. You know, one of them anyway, and including MOX fuel, which is against the law. Well, international law. Vacuum bombs are against the law. Nuclear weapons are against the law. Well, just shows you, as I've said for years and years, nuclear energy here in Utah, we're funding SMRs. TikTok. All hands on deck. The wind is blowing southwest right here, right now. So you mappers and you think, all hands on deck. You will get Geiger County readings here soon. Those are F-35s. Whoa. Who would have believed it come to this? Who would have believed it come to this? I'll say this in California. TikTok, Diablo Canyon Clock. Stay in tune.